How you folks doing? Hero of None with your Mundus Minutes on March 29th, 2019. Tonight we're going to be going over news, luxury merchant stuff, and golden merchant stuff. So first up, the Jesters Festival is going on right now. This is going to be your last chance to get your event tickets, to get your glowberries, to upgrade your injured mount. After this event, they're no longer going to be selling glowberries. You will no longer have the ability to buy them, and you won't have an ability to upgrade your injured mount. So make sure to get in there and do those quests. You have to only do one a day to get 2 tickets. In addition to that, we also have a free-to-play weekend currently for anyone that hasn't already got into ESO. You can play March 28th, yesterday, all the way until Wednesday, April 3rd. And it's available on all platforms. So Xbox, PS4, PC, you'll be able to download, get into the game, and play for free. During this time frame, you can also play the new Elsewhere prequel, which released on Monday, which goes over some of the stuff that's going to be leading up into Elsewhere, dealing with the Wrath Stones, Abner Tharn, and a little bit more of the lore behind that. The new Dragon Scale Crown crates are in season as well. You're going to be able to get a statue of Numera, several new skins, and some new mounts as well. So go ahead, take a look at that. You can see all that on elderscrollsonline.com, or just log into the game and just kind of preview through the Crown Crown Store. Now on Monday, we also had a patch for 4.3.9, which fixed several things in dungeons and trials. Some of these things included the Defiant Blast for St. Lolas in Arkham Asylum, fixing some of the snare effects on Fanglair on the last boss. In addition to that, they also made it so the Shade of Zomaja will no longer do Nocturnal's favor immediately after Baneful Mark, which should make it a little bit easier getting through that trial as a tank. And a few other effects and changes to Frostfall. Now, they also fixed a few other crashes on that. You can read all that stuff on the forums. Again, that's mostly PC. The console stuff is still getting upgraded as we speak, so you have to probably wait for that another week or two once it's done on PC here. Now, the other bit of news is that PAX East is going on right now, and today, I have not actually gone through all of it, but they did have a panel on ESO where they showed off some of the new Elsewhere stuff. The Necromancer talked about some of the changes coming up, including new Guild Trader and other items like that as well. There has also been some stuff on Twitter that has suggested that there's going to be the ability to buy Sky Shards. Basically, if you've gone through the entire area, seen all the Sky Shards, and at least on one character, you'll be able to buy it for all your other characters using something in the Crown Store. Not confirmed if that's actually going to be happening or not until it's actually there. Keep in mind, a lot of the stuff that they talk about during this period may change later when it's actually released. They might say this doesn't really fit the need of us, or too many people were upset about it. So until we actually see it and it's confirmed, I'd wait a little bit. But if you take a look on the twitch.tv/Bethesda videos, I'll put a link down below for everything that I talked about during that conference, and hopefully I'll put another video out as well once I actually review it myself. Now let's take a look at the Luxury Merchant and Golden Merchant tonight. Alright, so first up on the Luxury Merchant, we have Bat Bloom, Fan Brush, Flowers, Glowing Bush, and Soul Splinter Weed. These are all kind of expensive. I want to say these are Cold Arbor items, but also could go with the Murkmire set as well. If you're an arborist and you like plants, this might be for you. But it's kind of expensive compared to some of the other plants that they've had. Really, the only one that's kind of inexpensive is this Fan Bush, which is just kind of sitting there spiky. Next, on the Golden Merchant, for 150k, Mad Tinkerer's Necklace. Spell critical, spell damage. And when you deal damage, you have 10% chance to summon a Venomous Fabricant to charge a nearby enemy, dealing 12k shock damage to all enemies in the path, and knocking them in the air, rolling, stunning them for two seconds. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. This is coming from Clockwork City. I don't really like it myself, but I see a lot of people using it just because it's kind of funny. It's like bowling inside ESO. Interesting PvE set. It's not really meta, but people still like using it. I'd recommend not getting the golden version of this. Just go ahead into Clockwork City and, you know, do a few quests, open a few chests, and hopefully you can get this. You can also probably find this on various guild merchants as well if you're really interested in getting the set. Necklace of the Trainee. Health, magicka, and stamina, and increase your max health, magicka, and stamina by 1,250. This was at one point a really good set. Way back when, before they reduced the amount of the 5-piece bonus. Now it's kind of just sitting in the middle. I would probably recommend just going ahead to any of the starter areas, Beltnik, Knarthy's Roost, and there's a few others. Hunting's Rage, Hunting's Harbor. I can't remember. But in any of the starter zones, you can get this set, and getting a purple version of this is probably enough as it is. In addition to that, if you did get this, you probably want to transmute this with the trait that comes out there now, Tri-Rune. But overall, I'd probably recommend not getting this. There's other sets that might be a little bit better, but the stats here, just not enough. Instead, probably go with Chakra Breaker instead. Though stacking this with Chakra Breaker would give you a ton of resources, just not a whole lot of damage or critical to go with it. So, take that what you will. I would definitely not recommend this for 150k for a gold version of this, though. For 250k, Necklace of the Imperium, which I believe comes out of White Gold Tower. Includes health, healing taken, and when you take damage, you have 10% chance to grant you and your allies within 8 meters a damage shield for 12k damage for 6 seconds. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds. Actually, you see this used a bit for PvE and PvP. If you're doing a type of trolley build, even though this is kind of a low chance of 10%, it still has a kind of a good uptime for 12k for a damage shield, which makes it kind of big. In addition to that, it helps your teammates in giving them a damage shield. So if you're going out there and probably stack this with maybe Transmutation, just to give them extra critical resistance as well. Yeah, this might be useful. Getting for the gold for 250k, if you really want to. If you're going to do this set and you're going to troll people, you probably want to have the top tier of this, so maybe that's a good price or not. But just remember, you have to really build into that type of set. Next, Hulking Draugr's Necklace. Maximum stamina, and more stamina. This comes out of Frostvault Keep, or not Frostvault. I gotta remember this afterward. Frostkeep. But it is pretty meta for stamina users. A lot of stamina comes with this, and you don't really have to stack a whole lot of resources. So I'd recommend using this for maybe a PvP set in the non-CP campaigns, and maybe even battlegrounds. Using on a Warden and on a DK can be kind of meta for stamina. Even for like Templars, it can be pretty good too. So for 250k, if you're running a stamina character, you might want to get this. It is a good set to just grab onto. And yes, you do want the gold because it raises up every single one of these stats here. For 100k, you can get Bogdan of the Night Flames, which comes from Imperial City Prison. And it gives you max magicka. And when you heal a friendly target, you have a 5% chance to... Oh, sorry. Not Imperial City Prison. I'm thinking of the different one here. This comes out of Elden Root 2. So, sorry, this is a healing set, not a tanking set. My mistake. When you heal a friendly target, you have a 5% chance to summon a totem on them for 6 seconds. That heals you and your allies in 5 meters for 3,361 health every 1 second. Effect can occur once every 6 seconds. Now, if you do not have DLC, so you can't get into Bloodroot Forge, I would definitely recommend probably Bogdan as a backup set. You can also get the Darkshade 1 helmet, which gives you a spider which restores stamina when you heal, but this ultimately gives you better heals overall for you and your group. So yeah, if you're a healer, you might want this, but do you want to buy it from the Golden Merchant for 100k? Not really. I mean, yes, you can get the heavy version that you need in Infused, but you can run that dungeon pretty easily and just get that set on your own and just ask people to trade it for you if you don't have it already. Tremor Stones, guys, is the other one. It adds 1,000 stamina, and when you taunt an enemy, you have 50% chance to summon a Dune Ripper that bursts from the ground for 1 second, dealing 7,000 physical damage to all enemies within 4 meters and reducing their movement speed by 70%. It can occur every 4 seconds. This was a pretty meta set inside PvP for a while when it was instantaneous, and it was almost 100% chance. I think it was 100% chance before. Now it's been nerfed into the ground that I don't think anyone really uses it. Reason being that it's 50% chance whenever you taunt. So you got to be spamming out your taunt abilities. In addition to that, they have a 1 second timer to get themselves out of it. In addition to that, the damage is kind of low. The snare is pretty good, but the range for 4 meters is also really low there too. So you really got to be on top of them. One roll dodge though, they're out of it. You're not getting them. So really wouldn't recommend this set anymore. And even again for 100k, just go run the dungeon yourself. This is in Vulcan Guard. You can run that pretty easily with some other folks and just get it for yourself. Anyways, that is the Mundus Minutes for March 29th, 2019. I'll see you all in Tamriel.